And in the Factor follow-up segment tonight, another sex scandal at Duke University, if you can believe that. You'll remember that 2 years ago, rape allegations surfaced after strippers performed for the lacrosse team at Duke at an off-campus house. All of the charges were eventually dropped. Now, a traveling sex show controversy has rocked the school. This past weekend, strippers and other, quote, artists descended on the Duke campus. The event was billed as educational, but not everybody is convinced. Joining us now from Richmond, Virginia, is Annie Oakley, the founder and director of the Traveling Sex Show. Annie, good to see you.
Hi, Laura. Good to see you, too. It's not actually a traveling sex show. The name of the show is the Sex Workers Art Show.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that correction. Let's talk about why you're doing this, first of all. Do you think you're actually adding to the positive educational environment and not adding to the objectification of women at Duke?
Absolutely. The show, first of all, it's not only been performed at Duke. The show's been happening as a national tour for 6 years. We've performed at hundreds of campuses across the country, as well as off-campus venues. And the show is about humanizing sex workers, not about glorifying the industry or encouraging people to join it. It's about demystifying a group of people who is a gigantic segment of the population.
Demystifying? What is
yes.
this? When you say demystifying, you actually think there's not enough information out there about porn?
Yeah, I absolutely
on campus? Porn is not accessible enough on campus through the internet and through pay-per-view that we actually have to have it packaged as an educational event? You've got to be kidding me.
It's everywhere, and that's exactly my point. It's everywhere, and what we're showing is the experiences of people behind the porn. People who are in the porn are reading stories, people who are in porn are reading stories, doing performances based on their experiences, and taking away this mysterious glorification and demonization that happens of sex workers.
Are you in the show, or did you just found the show? Are you one of the performers as well, or?
I'm the founder and director, and I MC the show, and I occasionally perform, yes.
Okay, well, one of the descriptions of the show is as following. A transvestite, naked except for some strategically placed tape, with the words blank bush painted on his chest, kneeled on all fours and lit a sparkler protruding out of his blank with America the Beautiful playing. I got to tell you, Annie, if I'm thinking of what I hope my daughter ends up doing, that's not at the top of the list, okay? Well, how do you do this, first of all, with a straight face? And number two, would you want your daughter to do this? Yeah, I know what it's called, and I also know what it is.
Protruding from anyone's rectum. You read a piece written by Jay Shalin, who is a conservative person who saw the show.
That's not accurate. Nothing's protruding out of anywhere in the show? No?
It's not protruding out of his rectum, no.
Oh, okay, lovely. A bare-breasted stripper sang a lewd song about St. Bridget of Ireland with lyrics mocking the act of ascension as she climbed to the top of the stripper's pole. This is pretty specific stuff to be making up here. This is like St. Bridget and climbing to the top of a pole.
There's a performer who sings a song about St. Bridget. It's not mocking the ascension.
And that's very respectful to St. Bridget, I would assume?
It has nothing to do with St. Bridget.
Okay, a stripper in the guise of a U.S.-flagged Lady Justice emptied coins out of her scales, pulled dollar bills out of her clothes as she removed them, and yanked a string of dollar bills out of her posterior as the sound system played Dolly Parton's version of God Bless the USA. Is that accurate?
Exactly. Her piece is about the commodification of justice and the saturation of money in what we call the political system in America.
How about just writing an op-ed? How's that for an answer to... How about a dominatrix?
That's the difference between an op-ed and an art show. If you don't like art, don't go to the show.
Well, a dominatrix...
If you want to see an op-ed,
don't worry, I won't go to the show. A dominatrix donned a large... I'm not going to even say what it is. People can use their imagination. And pretended to blank while the crowd was urged to shout faster and faster in Chinese. Is that also performance art?
Yeah, it sure is. And did your person who wrote these inflammatory descriptions of the show also mention that four of the 8 performers did nothing but read pieces that they had written? Is that included anywhere in your inflammatory description?
Well, these are actually descriptions that I'm not really all that convinced are inaccurate. It seems to me that it's fairly accurate, and I guess it's embarrassing to hear what the show is all about, but I just wonder
if
this...
It doesn't embarrass me at all.
Well, Annie, is this
embarrasses
actually...
you because you can't even say the words.
Actually, Annie, is this something that you would hope for your daughter, that she would be involved in this traveling art performance of a sexual variety?
I don't have a daughter.
If you did have a daughter, would that be something that you would be proud of?
I would be very proud if she decided to do a show that she felt helped people engage politically and socially.
There's not enough porn out there. We need more porn on campus. That's what I always think. Ms. Oakley, I appreciate your joining us. And in a moment,